Let's go to Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The next principle I need you to understand, I know I am fast, but I need us to pray. This is not a teaching session. We need to pray. The next principle I need you to understand is this: no door opens on earth if it has not been opened in the spirit. I hope you heard that. No door opens on earth if that door has not been opened first in the spirit. All possibilities must first be accessed by the spirit before it can be accessed here on earth. You don't access a door through the earth. You access a door through the spirit. Then it is established here on earth. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. There is a realm where this thing already is. It has to first be established in heaven before it can be established here on earth. The advantage you have as a believer is that as a believer, you have the opportunity to access all doors, but not all doors are open to you at your salvation. You don't receive automatic access to all possibilities because of salvation. Salvation qualifies you for all possibilities, but it does not make all doors open to you. Are you listening? The technology that opens all doors to you is to establish it first in the spirit before it is established here on earth. You don't get access to all doors because you are a Christian. You have the possibility of access, but if you do not do the things that you need to do to access those doors first by the Spirit, you can be a believer before a closed door. A door can be shut to a believer. You are a believer, but the door is closed to you. Apostle Paul said in the New Testament, after the death and the resurrection of Christ, he says, I tried once and again to come to you, but what? Satan hindered me. The door to the next place he wanted to go to was closed. Are you listening? Apostle Paul, the writer of 1/3 of the New Testament, was saying post-Christ, after Christ had died and resurrected, that he tried once and again to access a door. And the door, he was experiencing what? Hindrance. And the one causing the hindrance was not the visa agent of the nation he was going to. The rejection you face when accessing a new land, accessing a new territory, is not about the person that is refusing you in the physical. The door in the spirit is shut. If the door is not shut in the spirit, you would have easy access into it. God can be responsible for the shutting of the door, but he is not the only factor that shuts door. Are you listening? So, you can be on earth going out on 50 dates. If the door to marriage has not been opened in the spirit, those dates will not lead you to marriage, because you don't open a door on earth. It is in heaven, so it can then be on earth. Are you listening to me? Okay, so when you think about your marital destiny, we spend more time trying to open the door here on earth, not understanding that the door here on earth would only respond to the opening or the shutting in the spirit realm. And God is not the only being that shuts doors in the spirit. Even for a believer, Satan can hinder you. Yes. Lady, and what then is the advantage of my Christianity? It is the fact that you can, even if Satan has hindered you, you can change that reality. An unbeliever cannot, except they give their lives to Christ. You can change the reality of closed doors. Doors that have been shut by Satan. You can change that reality. That's the advantage you have as a Christian. Without that, you have to understand that even as a believer, a door that is supposed to be for you can be shut in front of your face. And you will go on 10 dates, 20 dates. You will send 20 applications, the door will not open. Let me tell you something. When my husband and I got married, he was trying to access a higher door of income. The doors were shut. And that was not happening because God told him that it was not time for him to earn more. The doors were shut because Satan had applied a principle that I did not break before marriage. He had applied it in the life of my husband, compelling him to not access that door. It was not a door shut by God. That door was shut by Satan. The evidence of it is that when my husband waited on the Lord for days, only drinking water, he broke his fast on a Sunday. By Monday morning, all doors opened. All doors opened. The level of job offers he got that week, it was overwhelming. All the job he had for that next season, it came that week. So God is not the only being that shuts doors, even for a believer. You see, ignorance, when we refuse knowledge, I am all for confessing the positives, but if you don't understand the legalities of the spirit realm, you will be a believer and you will just be roaming around a circle or a cycle because of ignorance. That even as believers, Christ himself, the doors he accessed, he first opened them in the spirits. The fact that he was Christ did not mean that all doors were presented before him open. Hey, all doors were not presented before Jesus opened. He said, take it by force. Not it will be handed over unto you. Nothing is handed to you, albeit you have the mark of a believer upon you. There are other marks you can carry that goes beyond you being a believer. You can be carrying the mark of rejection and you are a believer. Are you listening to me? You can shift a door that you know was not shut by God. But if you don't recognize that not everything about my life is according to God's timing, there are some things I am in the timing of it, but Satan is hindering me. So I must first contend in the spirit so that the door can be opened before me in the physical.